Thank you for joining me for a yoga class I'm calling Ghosh Flow Yoga. My name is Holly. My pronouns are she, her. This is a class that follows 26 and 2 yoga or Bikram yoga, but we add in optional sun salutes as well as optional posture modifications and variations that are inspired by Bikram's teacher, Bishnu Ghosh. So 26 and 2 yoga comes out of Calcutta, India. And the lineage is Bikram to Bishnu Ghosh to Paramahansa Yogananda. And so we are paying homage to the roots of this lineage of yoga that many of us practice. And we're also just having fun, right? This class is meant to be fun. It's fast paced. If at any point you need to modify a posture, do something else, take a break, you are always welcome to do so. Yoga can be challenging at times, but we're never going to a point of pain or a point where we won't feel good the next day, right? Although often my arms are a little sore after this class, and that's okay. We're going to start with 2 rounds of pranayama, standing deep breathing. Bring your feet together, toes, heels touching nicely. You'll inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Feet together, interlock your 10 fingers, cross your thumbs, and glue your knuckles underneath your chin. Rock your weight into your heels. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. You made it to class. Concentrate. Meditate and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up. Breathe in through your nose. Lift your elbows up. Suck your stomach in. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up. Exhale through your mouth. Slowly push your head back. Reach your arms forward. Keep exhaling. Elbows touch. Inhale, elbows out and arms up. Slowly bring your chin down. Look straight ahead. Lift your elbows all the way up. Breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up. Slowly push your head back. Look way, way, way back for the wall behind you. Elbows touch, pointing to the wall in front of you. Inhale, head down. Breathe in through your nose, down through your throat to the very bottom of your lungs. Exhale, head up. As you exhale, open your mouth wide like you're fogging up a mirror on the ceiling. Arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. Every new inhale, you want to take in more air than the last breath to expand your lung capacity. Exhale, head up. The more you exhale here, the more fresh oxygen you can take in on the next breath. Push the air out. Inhale, head down. Keep the weight in your heels. Contract your quadricep muscles. Squeeze your gluteal muscles. Suck your stomach in. Exhale, head up. Lock your legs. Weight stays in the heels. Hips a little forward. Hip muscles contracting. Elbows touch. Inhale, head down. So just the neck and arms move at the beginning of class. Lower body stays still like a statue, spine long from the side. Exhale, head up. Just your head drops back. No backward bending. Keep the core tight. Shoulders down, elbows up, triceps parallel to the floor. Inhale, head down. This is the last breath in the first set. Spine a little longer, elbows a little higher, lungs a little fuller. Suck your stomach in. Breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up. Take your time. Eyes open, hips forward, legs locked, stomach in. Keep exhaling, push, squeeze, elbows touch. Good. Change, arms down. You can roll out your shoulders and head. Second set, feet together. Interlock your fingers, switch the grip. Other thumb, pinky finger on top. Bring your knuckles under your chin like glue. Squeeze your thighs and glutes, stomach in, grow taller out of the base of your spine, and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up. Breathe in through your nose. Lift your elbows up. Suck your stomach in, fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up. Exhale through your mouth. Slowly push your head back. Reach your arms forward. Keep exhaling, elbows touch. Inhale, head down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Full lungs. Exhale, head up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Elbows touch. 1. Inhale, head down. You're learning to breathe a little slower, a little longer, a little deeper. Take in more and more and more air. Exhale, head up. You're learning to synchronize the breath with the body movements. Head drops back at the same rate you exhale. Elbows touch when your lungs are empty. Inhale, I'll do a few with you. Breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale. Elbows touch. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, strongest breath so far. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, head down, last breath, second set, deepest breath of your life. When your lungs are totally full, surprise yourself. Take in one more sip of air. Exhale, head up. Take your time, let everything go through the exhale breath. Any worries, any cares, let them go. Be here now, elbows touch. Change, arms down. We'll continue with Ardha Chandrasana with Padasana, half moon with hands to feet pose, which we will also flow into a little bit of a sun salute. I will walk you through the whole thing. Feet together, arms up, palms together, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross your thumbs, nice tight white knuckle grip. Don't lose the grip, stretch up out of your waist and bend right and left, right and left. Every time you pass through the middle, reach up a little taller, like you're trying to touch the ceiling. And when you can't stretch anymore, come to stop in the middle. Bring the weight into your heels, press your hips a little forward, squeeze your palms together, head and arms back, touch your biceps to your ears. Inhale, breathing, stretch up out of your waist, try to touch the ceiling. Exhale, breathing, absolutely straight line, slowly bend your body to the right. Without bending elbows, without bending knees, continuously push your hips to the left beyond your flexibility. You're trying to create a tremendous stretching feeling in the left side of your body, all over, inside out, bones to skin, fingers to toes. Keep the weight in your heels, hips forward, arms back. Push your left hip a little forward to get your two hips in line. Now bring your right shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower petal blooming, come down, push, push, push. Change, inhale to come up, stop in the middle. Hips forward, arms back, shoulders down, chest up. Slowly bend to the left, press your hips to the right, breathe. Contract your quadricep muscles and gluteal muscles. Root down through your heels, lift up through your waistband spine. Keep your chin and chest lifted. It's a very proud posture. You have a lot to be proud of for practicing yoga today. Push your right hip a little forward to get your two hips in line. Now bring your left shoulder forward, two shoulders in line. Option to stay here or get a little deeper at the end. Come down, push and push and push. Change, inhale to come up. First back bend of the day, I'll show you from the side. Take a deep breath, full lungs. Keep your eyes open, relax your head back as far as it goes. You can give your head a gentle shake. Look for the floor behind you. Squeeze your butt, lift your chest, and immediately bring your arms back with your ears. Try to touch the wall behind you. Whole spine back bending from coccyx to the neck, lower back, middle back, upper back. Keep the weight in your heels, lock your legs. Inhale, breathing, push stomach, thighs, hips, everything forward. Keep your eyes open, palms together, wrists straight. Bring your arms back, look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back. Change, inhale to come up, big stretch up. Exhale, pull your abdomen in, bend your knees, fold forward, hands to floor, relax your head. Go for a walk, move your hips, shake your head. This is a U-turn from back bending to forward folding. At the beginning of class, your spine might not be quite warmed up yet. Move your hips to get your lower back nice, relaxed, comfortable, easy, flexible. Padasana, hands to feet pose. Bend your knees halfway. You can grab the backs of your calves, your Achilles, or your heels from underneath. Step on all 10 fingers. Pull on your heels. Roll your weight into your toes and lift your hips up. Stretch your upper body down from the lower spine to the floor. Pulling is the object of stretching. You're trying to create a tremendous stretching feeling in the back of your body, all over, inside out, bones to skin, fingers to toes with a smiling, happy face. It's kind of poetic. Keep pulling, keep stretching, keep breathing. Roll forward, lift your hips up, push your knees back, stretch your spine down. We're going to transition into a little bit of a sun salute. On your next inhale through your nose, release the grip from the backs of your legs, straighten your legs and lengthen into a halfway lift. You can have your hands on your thighs, your shins, or the floor in front of you. Exhale through your nose, bend your knees, hands to floor, shoulder width distance. Step back into a high plank or tabletop position. You're welcome to go directly from your plank or tabletop into a down dog or child's pose. Otherwise, take a chaturanga, lean forward, hug your elbows in, pull yourself down to the floor. Inhale, push up into a back bend. You can do cobra with elbows bent and thighs on the floor, or up dog with arms straight and thighs off the floor. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up for down dog. Can bend one knee, straighten the other, pedal out your legs, and then press your heels to the floor, hips to the ceiling. Drop your head, look for your thighs behind you. If down dog is not speaking to you, come down onto your knees, take a child's pose instead. Sink your hips back as you reach your arms forward. On your next inhale, hands to the floor, look forward, step forward, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, let your head hang heavy. Inhale, arms with your ears lift up, knees can bend as you look up. Exhale, arms down. Great, let's do that again. Feet together, arms up, palms together. Switch the grip, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, hips forward, arms back, engage your abdominal wall. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, slowly drop to the right, press your hips to the left, breathe through the nose. There will be times in class where you might not be able to do like deep breaths through the nose, especially in back bends, but you're never holding your breath. You're never like breathing through the mouth, right? You're never gritting your teeth. Those are usually signs to do a little bit less, always returning to the breath in and out through the nose. You can also use your breath to get deeper into postures. On the inhale, lengthen, and on the exhale, push, push, push. Change, come on up, stop in the middle. Hips forward, arms back, squeeze palms together, stretch up, and slowly bend to the left, press your hips to the right, breathe. Keep the weight in your heels, hips a little forward, core tight, upper body back. No room for lighter air between your biceps, arms, and ears. Keep your chin away from your chest, focus forward. Push your right hip a little forward, 2 hips in line. Now bring your left shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower petal blooming. Come down, push, push, push. Change, inhale to come up, second back bend, take a deep breath, full lungs, keep your eyes open, relax your head back, squeeze your butt, lift your chest, and immediately take your arms back with your ears. Active arms and legs here, quads contracted, glutes contracted, arms long, palms together, wrists straight, eyes open. Keep the weight in your heels, lock your legs, push stomach, thighs, hips forward, keep your chest lifted, arms back, look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back. Change, come on up, stretch, exhale, fold, stomach in, hands to floor, relax your head, go for another walk, move your hips, shake your head, and second set, Padasana, bend your knees halfway, you can grab the backs of your legs or your heels from underneath, pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes and lift your hips up, touch stomach to thighs, chest to knees, maybe even face to the shins below the knees, pull a little harder, breathe a little slower, everybody roll forward, find your edge, lift your hips up, push your knees back, try to lock your knees. Change, inhale, lengthen into a halfway lift. Exhale, fold, hands to floor, step back into your plank or tabletop. Keep exhaling, lower down. Inhale into your up dog or cobra. Exhale into your down dog or child's pose. We're going to use an ujjayi breath in our that's the word I'm looking for, in our sun salutes. So your throat is gently constricted, kind of like the pranayama breathing exercise we did earlier. You can breathe a little slower and longer. This helps to generate body heat. Inhale, look forward, step forward, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms of your ears, lift up, look up. Exhale, arms down. We'll do that one more time, this time a little bit faster. Feet together, arms up, palms together. Only cross your thumbs. Hips forward, arms back, stretch up, and slowly drop to the right for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change, come on up, stop in the middle, stretch up, and drop to the left for 5, 4, 3, push, push, change. Third heart opener, keep your eyes open, drop your head back, and go all the way back. Change, stretch up, fold right away, grab the backs of your legs, your heels from behind, pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, lift your hips up, push your knees back, lock your knees, lock your knees, lock your knees. Change, inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, hands to floor, step back into your plank or tabletop. Remember that you can go directly into a down dog or child's pose. Otherwise, hug your elbows in, pull yourself down. Inhale, push up into your cobra or up dog. Exhale, lift your hips up for down dog or sink your hips down for child's pose. We're going to do a lot of sun salutes in the beginning of class. So remember to switch it up and have fun, right? Maybe one time you do a down dog, maybe one time you do a child's pose. All you have to do is breathe. On your next inhale breath, look forward, step forward, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms of your ears, reach your eyes, lift up, look up. Exhale, arms down. Good, awkward Utkatasana. I'm gonna adjust my camera angle just a little bit. Awkward Utkatasana, step your right foot to the right, about 6 inches hip width distance, insides of your feet perfectly parallel, like 11s. Bring your arms up parallel to the floor, tricep muscles tight, reach your arms forward, pull your abdomen in, bend your knees, sit back and down into a chair. Feet flat, spine straight, weight in your heels, sit down, halfway only, hips into a chair. Suck your stomach in and lean your upper body back, lift your chin up, chest up, lean back, fall back, way back, change. Come on up, keep your arms there. Press your hips forward, lift your heels up, come up maximum on your tippy toes. Stretch over the top, bend your knees, sit down and lean back. Touch your head and hips to an imaginary wall behind you. Lift your heels a little higher, knees a little higher. Sit down into a chair, but don't sit below a chair. Change, last part, come on up, still breathing. Squeeze your knees together. Let your heels come a little off the floor and slowly sit down. Take your time. Listen to your body, stop whenever you want or sit all the way down. Squeeze your knees together and forward. Lift your chest, drop your shoulders and change. Slowly come up, knees together as you lift. Good, heels down, right foot back, arms down, optional sun salute. Inhale, arms up, exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands to floor. If you'd like, you can try floating back. If you are hopping back, you want to land with your elbows bent. So you're going to land in your chaturanga rather than landing in a plank like this. It's safer for the shoulders. Keep exhaling, lower down. Inhale your up dog or cobra. Exhale your down dog or child's pose. If you're doing down dog, sink your hips down to your heels. If you're doing child's pose, sink your hips down to your heels. If you're doing down dog, try to bring your heels down to the floor. On your next inhale, look forward. You can step or float forward, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms with your ears, root to rise, lift up, look up. Exhale, arms down. Good. Second set, step your right foot to the right, hip width distance. This time, if you'd like, hands together at heart center. Press palms together, feel biceps engage. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, pull abdomen in, bend your knees, sit back and down. Option to stay here or take left elbow to right elbow and twist. Pardon me, left elbow to right knee and twist. Words are really hard today. Option to stay here or reach your right arm up towards the sky. Left arm down towards your right heel, and then bring left hip a little to the left. Roll the right rib cage back. Look up for your right thumb. Good, bring your hands back together at heart center, unwind, stay low, other side, taking right elbow to left knee, twist, thumbs at heart center, look up towards the ceiling, option to stay here, or reach your arms up and down, and on this side, move your hips a little to the right and roll the left rib cage back. Good, bring your hands back together at heart center, unwind, change, push the floor away from you. Keep your hands pressing together, biceps engaged, lift the heels, stretch up, sit down. This time, if you'd like, you can fold forward, stick your butt out, and even bring your arms back behind you. Squeeze shoulder blade scapula together, palms facing in, lift your heels a little higher, sit down 1 more inch. Very nice. Balance challenge. Keep your hips lifted. Lift your hips, lift your spine, bring your arms up parallel to the floor, squeeze your knees together and slowly sit down. Take your time. Building a lot of strength, balance, control. If you're sitting all the way down, you have healthy knees, you want to test balance, come up 1 inch and hold. Come up 1 inch and hold and change. Slowly come up. Good, heels down, right foot back, arms down, another sun salute showing you from the side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, you can step or hop back. Remember that if you're hopping back, you want to land with your elbows bent. Good, keep exhaling, lower down. Inhale your up dog or cobra. Exhale your down dog or child's pose. Spread your fingers wide, root down through your knuckles and palms. So especially if you're in down dog, you're not putting all of your body weight on your wrists, you're actively using your fingers and palms. On your next inhale, hands to the floor, look forward, you can step or hop forward, so fun, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms with the ears, lift up, look up. Exhale, eagle pose, swing right arm under left arm, right elbow under left elbow, eagle garudasana, palms together, thumbs towards your nose. Remember, you can also interlace fingers, grab a thumb or grab your shoulders. Pull your elbows down, bend your knees, sit back and down, stay down there, lean back and bring your right leg over your left leg as high as possible. Cross your legs, twist like ropes, eventually wrap your right foot behind your left calf muscle. If your foot is coming out, sit down more. If you're losing your balance, arch your upper body back, bring your knees to the right, upper body to the left, twist like ropes, sit back and down, upper body back at the end. Good, change, feet together, arms up. Let's do the left side. Swing left arm, under right arm, left under right, palms together, thumbs towards your nose, pinkies away from your face. Pull your elbows down, bend your knees, sit down, lean back and bring left leg over right leg, eventually wrapping the foot on this side, knees a little to the left, upper body to the right. You want eventually wrists, elbows, knees, and ankles all in one line. This pose is called eagle pose because your elbows and knees make the beak of the eagle. So you can fold forward, closing the beak, sitting down lower, and then lean back, opening the eagle's mouth. Good, change feet together, arms up, sun salute. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step or float back, keep exhaling, lower down. Inhale, your up dog or cobra. Exhale, your down dog or child's pose. Take a breath here. Inhale, look forward. You can step or float forward, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms with your ears, lift up, look up. Exhale, second set, swing right arm under left arm, right leg over left leg. Try to do arms and legs at once. So right arm under left arm, right leg over left leg. Push your left hip a little forward, right shoulder a little forward. Notice if your hands are to the left of your face, bring your hands back to center, drop the left shoulder down, sit down more, breathe a little slower, upper body back. Good, change feet together, arms up, left side, arms and legs at once. Left arm, under right arm, left leg over right leg, under, over, send red rover over. Push your top leg into your bottom leg, press your palms together. Can you straighten your wrists? Pull the elbows down, sit down more, engage your abdominal wall, arch your upper body back at the end. Good, change feet together, arms up. Join me in 2 half sun salutes. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms with your ears, lift up, look up. Exhale, arms down. We'll do 1 more half sun salute. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms with ears, lift up, look up. Exhale, arms down. Beautiful, party time. You can grab a sip of water if you want. Cheers, friends. The half sun salutes are really wonderful options if the full sun salute is not speaking to you, especially if you have like a wrist, elbow, or shoulder injury. Sometimes full sun salutes can be a lot, right? So if you do kind of like 2 half sun salutes while we do a full, it's a wonderful alternative to keep the body moving. Let us continue. Standing, head to knee. Dandayamana, Janu Shirasana. Shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg, lift your right leg up, flex your toes back, round down and pick up your foot. We're going to flow head to knee directly into standing bow pulling pose. So we're going to go from spinal extension right here to spinal compression a little bit. If you have a grip on your foot and you know your left leg is locked, inhale slowly, gently, lift your right leg up. Press your heel forward, flex your toes back. If both legs lock, puff up your chest, slowly, gently bring your elbows down. Touch elbows to calf muscles. One day elbows go below the calf muscles. Hold and breathe at your deepest point. Lock your knee, lock your knee, lock your knee. Change, arms straight, bend the right leg, keep the right foot lifted, lift your chest up, point your right toes, knees together, standing bow pulling pose. Right hand up, out to the right, reach back, pick up the inside of your right foot at the ankle. Bring your left arm up and back, knees together to start. Lock your left leg, point your right toes, lift your chin and shoulders, stretch up, and slowly charge your body forward. Simultaneously kick your right leg back and up. Take your time. Keep your chin and chest lifted. Slowly bring the body down and the leg up. See the foot come directly over the top of your head from the side, 2 heels in line. Kick back and up. In other words, 2 shoulders in line. Touch your chin to your shoulders, shoulder blade, scapula stretching away from the body. Bring the body down more, leg up more, charge your body forward, kick, kick, kick. Change slowly with control, kick yourself up, good for you. Feet together, arms down. Let's do the other side. Shift your weight to your right leg, squeeze right thigh tight. Lift your left leg up, toes back, engage your abdominal wall. Option to stay here or round down and pick up your left foot. All 10 fingers interlocked. So in this posture, we're compressing the abdominal wall, and in the next one, we're going to stretch the abdominal wall. For now, suck your stomach in. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Go slow. Press your heel forward, flex your toes back, breathe through your nose. If both legs lock your arms, puff up your chest, and bend your elbows down. Touch elbows to calf muscles. One day elbows go below the calf muscles. Heel forward, toes back. Keep your right big toe on the floor. Change, straighten your arms, Bend the left leg, keep the left foot lifted, lift your chest. Point your left toes, knees together. Bring your left hand up, out to the left, reach back, pick up the inside of your left foot, right arm up and back, knees together. Lift your right kneecap, point your left toes, lift your chin and chest, stretch up, and slowly kick into your hand. Simultaneously, charge your body forward. A little bit goes a long way. Kicking and stretching should be equal, simultaneous, 50-50. The harder you kick, you can balance forever. If you're falling out a whole bunch, go a little bit slower, kick a little bit harder, kick from the glute, kick from the hamstring, kick from the calf. Continuously keep kicking without stopping, without intermission. Body down more, leg up more, charge your body forward, kick back, kick up one more time. Change, slowly come up, feet together, arms down, take a breath. Second set, shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg, lift your right leg up, flex your toes back, round down, and pick up your right foot. Concentrate, meditate. Don't forget to have fun. Keep your arms straight as you lift your right leg up. If both legs lock, then bend elbows down. If elbows go below calf muscles, tuck your chin to your chest, put your forehead on your knee, and if that's easy, maybe start to release the grip on your foot with your hands. When you're ready, bring your head up, arms straight, bend the right leg, lift your chest, point your toes, knees together. We're going to do both arms at once, left arm up, right arm back. Lift your left kneecap, point your right toes, lift your chin and chest, stretch up, and slowly kick, stretch, breathe. So in standing head to knee pose, we round the spine, compress the abdominal wall, and flex the kicking foot. In standing bow pulling pose, we're pointing the kicking foot, we're compressing the spine and stretching the abdominal wall. So these are complementary postures. Slowly bring the body down to parallel, big toe to the ceiling, body down, leg up, kick back, kick up one more time. Good, change, slowly kick yourself up. Feet together, arms down. Last one, shift your weight to your right leg. Evenly distribute your body weight on your right foot. You want to keep your big toe down the whole time without grabbing the floor with your toes. Lift your left leg up, flex your toes back, round down, pick up your left foot, all 10 fingers interlocked. So you're going to keep your arms straight, and as you're ready, lift your left leg up. If both legs lock, then bend elbows down. If elbows go below calf muscles, then tuck chin to chest. Keep your big toe on the floor, touch your head to your knee, and maybe start to release the grip from your foot with your hands. Hold and breathe at your deepest point. Slowly bring your head up, arms straight, bend the left leg, lift your chest coming back to parallel, point your left toes, knees together, both arms at once, right arm up, left arm back. Lift your right kneecap, lock your right leg, point your left toes, stretch up, and slowly kick, stretch, breathe. Kick into your hand, stretch forward, breathe. Eventually, you're going to come all the way down, so 2 heels in line. Let the left shoulder relax, 2 shoulders in line. It's common as the shoulders stretch apart for the hips to want to open as well. Move the left hip down so it's truly a spine twist, right? The shoulders, the chest are what's opening rather than the hips. So left hip down, body down, leg up, kick, kick, kick. Change, slowly kick yourself up, feet together, arms down. Good, come to the back of your mat, Tula Dandasana balancing stick, feet together, arms up, palms together, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, lean back, stretch up. Step your right foot forward, shift your weight to your right foot, lock both legs, stretch and tilt, come on down. Arms, body, head, legs, everything parallel to the floor. One day from the side, body makes a T like Tom, but no broken umbrellas, body down, leg up, stretch, 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 change. Left foot down, right foot back, lean back, stretch up, step your left foot forward, lock both legs, stretch and tilt. On Monday, I got caught in like a windstorm and my umbrella did in fact break and I was laughing like, no broken umbrellas, only T's like Tom. This yoga stays with you. Chest down, lift your leg up, leg up, leg up. Change, slowly right foot down, left foot back, arms down. Or if I ever meet a Linda, I'm always like, oh, like Linda. Okay, second set, you can do balancing stick again. You can also try another fun posture called split arm, which we split our arms and split our legs, taking us into the standing splits. I will show you from the side. Feet together, arms up, palms together, only cross your thumbs, lean back, stretch up. Step your right foot forward, lock both legs, stretch, and when you're ready, come down. Now, if you come down parallel to the floor, keep coming down, body down and leg up. Stomach to thigh, start to arch your spine, chin and chest lift, split your arms up and back, lift your left foot all the way up to the ceiling, standing splits. Change, slowly left foot down, arms up with the ears. Step your right foot back, lean back, stretch up. Step your left foot forward, lock both legs, stretch, and tilt. Once you're parallel, keep coming down, start to arch your spine, chin and chest lift, stomach to thigh, split your arms up and back, lift your right big toe all the way up to the ceiling. Change, slowly right foot down, arms up with the ears, left foot back, optional sun salute, inhale, look up, exhale, fold, inhale, lengthen, exhale, step or float back, keep exhaling, lower down, inhale your cobra or up dog, exhale your down dog or child's pose. If your heels do not touch the floor in down dog, try opening up your steps so that your feet are a little bit wider than your hips. That'll help the heels to come down. If you have tight hamstrings, you are welcome to micro bend your knees to take weight away from the backs of the legs. Otherwise, press your thighs back, heels down, hips up, push the floor away from you. Inhale, look forward, step or hop forward, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms with your ears, root your eyes, lift up, look up. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, nice big step, arms down parallel to the floor. You can pivot in any way you'd like for the separate leg series. Toes in, heels out, lock your legs, lift your chest, and swan dive forward. Lots of options. You can have your hands on the floor, you can grab the outsides of your feet, you can grab your heels from behind, standing separate leg stretching, Paschimottanasana. Everybody roll forward like a wheel. Lift your hips up, push your knees back, pull, stretch, breathe, touch your head to the floor, in between your feet. As you're ready, release the grip from your feet, put your hands on the floor in front of you and lengthen into a halfway lift. From here, walk your feet back closer together. You will want anywhere from 1 to 3 feet between your feet for Malasana or a yoga squat, garland pose. Bring your heels in and your toes out, bend your knees and start to sit down. Now for my body proportions, a smaller step helps, but for many people, you'll want your feet like 3 feet apart. So just keep that in mind. Heels in, toes out. At first, that might look like this, right? This is a good place to start. You can even, if you're ever practicing this outside of class, you can put rolled up pillows or towels or blankets underneath your heels so that they can rest down. Eventually, heels come down. And from here, if you'd like, hands together, push the knees out, drop the shoulders, lift the chest. And if this is easy for you, point your toes forward. So eventually the insides of your feet are parallel. So great hip and knee opener. From here, place your hands on the floor in front of you, lift your hips up, and then turn your toes back in, heels out. Take a wider step. Bring your arms out to parallel, change, slowly come up. Triangle, Trikonasana, press your hips forward, lean your upper body back, turn your right foot out, left toes in, inhale, bend your right knee and lunge, sit down low, lean back and move your arms at the same time. Bikram's version of triangle is unique to 26 and 2. It is a lunge and like a core toner. We're using all the muscles in the body to stay light and lifted, never touching the floor. Look up, touch your chin to your shoulder, push your left hip forward and down, push your right knee back with the help of your elbow, turn, twist upper body back like spine twisting posture, lock your left leg, keep your left foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your right leg, right toes in, left toes out, 2 heels in line. Excuse me, inhale, bend your left knee and lunge, sit down low, lean back and move your arms at the same time. If your left thigh bicep is parallel to the floor, mine is not, but if yours is, elbow in front of the knee, hover your fingertips between your big and second toe. Don't touch the floor, don't push any weight on the floor. Look up to the ceiling, be more interested in touching the ceiling than the floor. Reach your right arm up, stretch your left arm down, sit down more, chest up more, turn and twist upper body back, lock your right leg, keep your right foot flat on the floor. Change, move your arms, straighten your left leg, left toes in, right toes out. Second set, a little bit different. You're going to move your hips to the left, tilt your upper body to the right, and come down. This is a more traditional version of triangle. You can have your hand on your knee, your shin, your ankle, or even fingertips on the floor in front of your foot. Move your hips to the left, stretch the crown of your head to the right side room, look up, stretch. Option to stay here, or we can flow into another fun posture called Bird of Paradise. Bend your right knee, take your right hand behind you like you're trying to pat your own butt, drape your left hand behind you, and eventually hands clasped. Try to get your right shoulder under your right knee. Walk your feet back together. Once feet are close together, shift your weight to your left leg and start to lift up. Really push your foot into the floor as you lift up. If you can sit up, point your right toes and start to kick. And if you're familiar with the flower Bird of Paradise, as shown on the Sims game, I don't know why that's what I always associate Bird of Paradise with. It's the Sims computer game from my childhood. But if you're familiar with the Bird of Paradise flower, you can kind of see why this posture is called Bird of Paradise. From here, you're going to bend your right knee, put your right foot back on the floor, take a bigger step, open up your arms again, straighten your right leg and come out. Push your right foot into the floor, lift your chest. Turn your right foot in, left toes out, other side, tilt your hips to the right, stretch your upper body to the left and come down. Again, maybe the hand is on the shin, the ankle, or even left fingertips in front of the left foot. Roll the right rib cage back, like you could lean against a wall behind you, look up and stretch. Actually, I have a chronically stiff neck and I really like this posture. I'll do it in my personal practice when I have a tight neck because it's really good for both stretching your neck spine and gently twisting it. Option to stay here or bend your left knee, take your left hand underneath your leg. Again, you're trying to get the shoulder under the knee. Kick your right hand behind you, walk your feet back together. The more you do it, the easier it gets. It doesn't get easier, you get better. It doesn't get easier, you get better. Shift your weight to your right foot and lift up. And if you can lift up, point your left toes, kick, Bird of Paradise, hips forward, chest proud, drop the shoulders, lengthen the spine, try to lock both legs. As you're ready, you're going to bend the left leg, tilt your left foot back down to the floor, take a bigger step, undo the bind, left hand to the floor, right arm up, straighten your left leg, push your left foot into the floor, core tight, change, slowly push the floor away from you. Left toes in, even out the heels, bring your arms up, palms together, cross your thumbs, pick up your toes, pivot on your heels, standing, separate leg, head to knee, Shalabhasana. Turn your back toes in, push your left hip forward, stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest and go down, chin to chest, stomach in, round your spine, pull your abdomen in, touch your forehead and knee together, stretch your fingertips beyond your big and second toe, bring your weight into your front foot, right hip up, left hip forward, two hips in line, front side compression, throat choked, eyes open, breathing normal. Push your forehead into your knee, lock both legs, hands together, change, slowly uncurl, chin to chest, head up last. Pick up your toes, pivot to the other side of the room, uncross your heels, turn your back toes in, squeeze your right butt cheek, push your right hip forward, big stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest and go down. Chin to chest, stomach in, round your spine, touch your forehead to your knee, stretch your fingertips forward beyond your big and second toe, bring maximum weight to your front foot, left hip up, right hip forward, two hips in line. Push your forehead into your knee, lock both legs, hands together, change, go slow, right hip forward, right shoulder forward, full stop at the top. Pick up your toes, pivot on your heels, face forward, pick up your toes, pivot on your heels to the other side of the room. Second set, pyramid pose. Option to keep your hands up or take your hands behind you. At first, maybe just like holding on to your hands, but eventually you're going to bring your hands in prayer. And if you can bring your hands in prayer behind you, slide your pinky fingers up your spine. Shift your weight to your right foot, front foot, lift your chin and chest, arch your spine, stretch up, and go down with a flat back. So rather than rounding the spine and compressing the abdominal wall, we're stretching the abdominal wall and spine, stomach to thigh, chest to knee, chin to shin. Option to keep your hands behind you or interlace fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs behind you, lift your arms up and overhead, breathe. Your hands are in the shoulder rinse, bring your hands back down to the back in prayer, chin away from your chest, scoop your chest forward, push your right foot down, stomach in, change, slowly lift up with a flat back, straight spine. Pick up your toes, pivot to the other side of the room. I'm going to face you for this one. So two tricks to balance in. Heels are in line, but they're not crisscross. And the other trick is to have the weight in the front foot as we go down, chin and chest up, stretch up and go down. So push your left foot down, stomach to thigh, chest to knee, maybe chin to shin, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, lift arms up and overhead.
Keep the back heel down, lift the right kneecap up, right? You still have the heel down, but the weight is in the front foot. If your hands are up and overhead in a shoulder rinse, bring your hands back to the lower back in prayer. Scoop your chin and chest forward, push your front foot into the floor, change. Lift from the ribs, lift from the heart as you come up. Good, pick up your toes, pivot on your heels, right foot back, arms down. Second to last, sun salute, inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step or float back. Keep exhaling, lower down. Inhale your up dog or cobra. Exhale your down dog or child's pose. Take a new dry breath here. Slow inhale through the nose. Slow exhale through the nose. Inhale, look forward. You can step or float forward, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms with your ears lift up, salute the sun. Exhale, arms down. Beautiful. Come to the middle of your mat space for tree pose to toe stand or hip openers. Shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg, lift your right leg up, heel to costume. Let your right knee drop down and back into a half lotus shape. You can bring one or both hands together. Option to stay here, or try taking your right arm out to the right, palm faces the wall behind you, reach behind you and see if you can grab your right big toe with your right hand. This is a half bind. We will return to this bound lotus shape at the end of class. Option to stay here or hands back together, fold. Hands to floor, lean forward, lift your heel, bend your knee, sit down on your heel. Walk your hands back to either sides of your hips, lift your chest up. You can bring one or both hands together and then maybe try kicking forward and pulling back in. So close. When you're ready, hands to the floor. I was like, I'm doing it. And then I fell out. Hands to the floor, option to come up on 2 feet or lift your hips up, straighten your standing leg, and then push your hips forward to reverse out. Good, change, right leg down, shift your weight to your right leg, squeeze right thigh tight, lift your left leg up, heel to costume, let your left knee drop. You can bring one or both hands together. Option to stay here, or left arm out, palm faces the wall behind you, reach behind you. Maybe catch your left foot and your left hand for a bound half lotus. Option to stay here, hands back in prayer, fold. Concentrate and meditate, hands to floor, lean forward, lift your heel, sit down, walk your hands back, lift your chest up, left hand and right hand, kick out, pull back in, come a half inch off your heel. When you're ready, hands to floor, you can come up on 2 feet or lift your hips up to straighten your standing leg. And then press your hips forward to reverse out. Good, when you're ready, change. Left leg down, last sun salute. This is your victory lap. Here we go. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step or float back. Keep exhaling, lower down. Inhale, your up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog or child's pose. Let's take 3 slow ujjayi breaths here. On your next inhale, look forward, step or float forward, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, lift up, look up. Exhale, arms down. Beautiful, honor yourself, give yourself high five, fist bump, turn around. Savasana, we are on the floor for the rest of class. I'm going to adjust my camera angle accordingly. Whee! Okay, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. Bring your heels together, let your toes fall open. Arms down, palms face the ceiling. Eyes open, mouth closed. Breathing normal. Inhale, body rise. Exhale, body fall. Breathe in and breathe out. I'm in a continued education like book club, right, yoga book club right now. It's book discussions with 2 authors. One is Giovanna Heyman, who kind of founded the idea of accessible yoga and in particular worked with people living and dying of AIDS at the height of the AIDS pandemic. And the other person is Jacoby Ballard, who's a queer trans activist as well as
yoga teacher and Buddhist meditation teacher. And today we were talking about compassion towards others as well as towards yourself. And I heard something that's just like really stuck with me today, so I'll share it. As I think all of you know, there's 8 limbs of yoga, right? And especially in the West, we associate yoga the most with the asanas, the postures. And then once you get a yoga practice going, you're also aware that there's like the pranayama, the breathing. And maybe you've heard me talk about the yamas and the niyamas, which are like, the yamas are like right action, right? Like non-greed or truth-telling or non-harm. And then the niyamas are more personal practices like cleanliness, right? Like take a shower, stuff like that. And then, you know, the other limbs of yoga are like concentration, meditation, pratyahara, cessation of the senses, going inward. But the last limb of yoga is samadhi, which is like bliss or oneness with the universe. And today we were talking about, interestingly, in the West, like we, you know, I included, talk a lot about how the goal is self-realization. The goal of yoga is self-realization, but at the same time, there is a collective part of yoga. And it's something that Giovanna Heyman said today that I really appreciated, never fully thought through, but I thought was so good, is he said, like, it's impossible to experience, like it's impossible for just one person to experience samadhi bliss. Like my liberation, my oneness in the universe is intrinsically bound up with your liberation and your oneness in the universe. And sometimes that means that our hearts get broken over and over again by all of the pain that's going on in this world. But it's important, like as practitioners of yoga, not just practitioners of like sun salutes and breathing exercises, right? But as people that are like really digging into yoga, especially this class where we are digging more into like the roots of yoga, to remember that like our collective oneness, our collective bliss, right? Like we're all bound up in one another. And so my hope for each of you always is that this yoga class or yoga in general helps you to be more compassionate, not just towards yourself, but towards others. Not just that it leads towards self-realization, getting to know yourself better, but that by extension, you're better able to get to know, accept, and love others as well. And like, that's, I think, how we get to samadhi, bliss, oneness with the universe together, right? Not individually, but together. Pavana Muktasana, winter moving pose. Bend your right leg up. Interlock your 10 fingers, grab your right shin, nice tight white knuckle grip, pull your knee out to the right, down towards your shoulder, completely avoid your rib cage. Keep your head on the floor, look down the center line of your body, pull and hold. Change. Right leg down, bend your left leg up, interlock your 10 fingers, pull your knee out to the left, down towards your shoulder, avoid your rib cage, keep your 2 shoulders, 2 hips, right leg on the floor. Change, left leg down, both legs up, grab your elbows each other, give yourself a big hug for coming to class today. Squeeze your knees together and down, keep your head on the floor, look down the center line of your body, hold and breathe. Change, arms down and eyes open. We're still in the hip opening series, just like tree pose and toe stand that we did before the break. In this second set, we can try some other fun hip openers, starting with supine figure 4. Bend your legs so that both of your feet are on the floor. Keep your left foot on the floor. Lift your right foot off the floor. Turn your right knee out to the right. Place your right ankle over your left thigh. Option to keep your left foot on the floor or lift your left foot off the floor, hugging your thighs in towards your abdomen. If you'd like, you can take your right hand between your legs, left hand outside of left leg, interlace your 10 fingers behind your left thigh and pull down. This is a great hip opener. It's a side seat stretch, and it's also good for stretching out the sciatic nerve, right? That nerve that runs from the lower back all the way into the foot, the longest nerve in our body. If you have sciatica, this posture is for you. Release, left foot down, right foot down, other side. Lift your left foot off the floor, cross your left ankle shin over your right thigh so that your legs make a 4 shape. That's why it's called figure 4, not very creative. Option to keep your right foot on the floor or lift your right foot off the floor, interlace your 10 fingers behind your right thigh and pull down. And this is a more accessible version of another posture called Pigeon Pose, which takes this, but you kind of like do it on your front rather than on your back. We do not do Pigeon Pose in this class, but if you've ever tried it or you know what it is, right, this is a good place to start. Change, right foot down, left foot down, happy baby. Lift both legs up, bring your knees apart, flex your toes back. Keep your knees bent. See if you can grab the outsides of your feet with your hands. So I like to have my elbows inside of the knees and hands outside. And if this is not an option for you, grab the backs of your thighs instead. And from here, we're going to roll right and left, kind of rolling out the back, always feels good.
And maybe as you roll to the right, you straighten your right leg and then pull back to center, and then roll to the left, straighten your left leg and pull back to center. So you're getting a little inner thigh stretch as well. Come to stop in the center, flex your toes back, pull the knees down towards the floor. Earlier in class, we did Malasana, garland pose, that yoga squat. And this is a really great way to practice that hip and knee opener. Again, you're on your back rather than on your feet, takes the pressure off of the hips and knees, but starts to open the same parts of the body. Release the grip from your feet or the backs of your legs, change, arms down, legs down, Savasana. So I've always believed that like yoga and social justice and activism are all intrinsically entwined, but particularly like, you know, there's always suffering in the world, but it's really obvious right now for a variety of reasons, including just like our access to media, that there's a lot of suffering in the world right now. And remember that like yoga is both a place that you come to recharge and replenish and step away so that you can continue to bear witness to that, right? With the idea of like our collective liberation, our samadhi bliss is all bound up in one another. Next, we do a straight leg sit up. If you have any concerns about your back, skip the sit up, roll off to the side, meet us on your abdomen. Otherwise, legs together, arms over your head, chin to chest, sit up. And if you are sitting up, just enjoy the sit up for a little extra long, elbows to floor, forehead to knees. We're just going to enjoy this forward fold here. Good. As you're ready, turn, lie on your abdomen for the spine strengthening series. We are going to flow the next 4 postures back to back to back. Oop, I just realized my phone, or sorry, my laptop is not plugged in and it was about to die. Okay, there we go. We're going to flow the next 4 postures back to back to back now that my laptop is not going to die. Hands on the floor. This is Cobra Shalabhasana, knees, feet together, lock your legs, squeeze your butt, look up and lift, stretch your upper body off the floor, use 100% back strength, come up halfway only, elbows stay bent, beautiful Retta, they make an L, a 90-degree angle, roll your shoulders back and down, drop the elbows, point the toes, push your feet, hips and hands flat into the floor, look up, chin up, chest up, stretch up, breathe up, and change, slowly lower down. Locust, Shalabhasana, chin forward, arms straight position, rotate your arms, palms face the floor, option to keep your arms out to the side or bring them underneath you, one day pinky fingers touch. Lock your right leg, point your right toes, lift your right leg up to a 45-degree angle, half of 90, see the foot coming over the top of your head, lengthen and lift. Change, right leg down, relax right leg, lock your left leg, point your left toes and lift your left leg up. Sole of foot facing the ceiling, right leg relaxed, lock your left leg, lift it up, change, left leg down. Third part, chin in, mouth down, bring your arms a little closer underneath you, spread your fingers wide, zip up your legs like a cobra's tail, toes and heels touch, lock your legs, squeeze your butt, point your toes, roll forward and lift both legs up, come up, everybody come up, you can do it, struggle a little harder, don't give up, mouth down, shoulders down, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, lift your thighs up, change, slowly lower down. Great, take your arms out to the side for full locust, Purna Shalabhasana, arms out to the side, knees, feet together, toes, heels touch, lock your legs, squeeze your butt, point your toes, look up and lift, arms, body, head, legs, everything lifts off the floor like a jumbo jet, taking off just your hip bones on the floor, the rest of your body's in the air. Look up to the ceiling where your eyes go, body knows to follow, reach your arms apart, keep your knees, feet together, lock your legs, squeeze your butt, thighs up, chin up, chest up, arms back, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change, slowly lower down. Dhanurasana, floor bow, chin forward, bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside, 2 inches below the toes, thumbs with your index fingers, bring your knees, feet close together, point your toes, squeeze your butt, look up and start to kick into your hands. Good, continuously keep kicking without stopping, without intermission. It's the kick that drives the posture. Roll forward once, freeze between your ribs and hips, hold still, do little sips of air in and out to your nose, point your toes, squeeze your glutes, look up to the ceiling, kick, 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 change, slowly lower down. Look to your right, left ear on your mat, arms down, palms face the ceiling, toes together, heels fall open. Send deep belly breaths in and out through your nose to massage the front of your body. Breathe deep into any point of tension. Let the floor hold you up. Gently lift your head and look to the other side, right ear on your mat. I'm going to adjust my mat. Little set change. Okie doke, second set, bring your chin forward, hands flat on the floor just below the shoulders. In the second set, I will offer some different variations of the posture. So second set of Camel Pose, pardon me, second set of Cobra Pose, we can take into full Cobra. Bring your, wow, words are really hard today. Bring your feet about mat width distance. You're welcome to keep your hands under your shoulders, or if you'd like to try a full Cobra, bring your hands back 4 more inches so your thumbs are in line with your lower ribs. Press your feet into the floor, squeeze your butt, look up and lift. Option 1 is to stay here with your elbows bent. Option 2 is to straighten your arms. Notice if the hips lift up and the shoulders lift up. Drop the shoulders, drop the hips. Option 3 is to relax your head back. And option 4 is to squeeze your butt, keep actively pressing your hands into the floor, bend your knees, eventually head and toes touch. Bring your feet back down to the floor, change, bend the elbows, slowly lower down. Lotus Shalabhasana, chin forward, arm straight position. Bring your arms underneath you. We're going to take a moment here, tuck your toes under, block your legs. Imagine that your arms are train tracks and you want to slide your body forward on the tracks. Keep the toes tucked under, push the toes back and feel your upper body slide forward. Eventually, we're going to feel that in locust. Keep your toes tucked under, bend your knees and bring your knees towards your butt. So now there's a deeper back bend, pardon me, knees towards your feet. So there's a deeper back bend. Keep your left toes tucked under, block your right leg, point your right toes, lift your right leg up. Option to stay here or straighten your left leg. You can really feel the weight in your shoulders. You'll notice that I am speaking normally. The weight is in my shoulders, not my throat. Bring your left knee down, change, right foot down, bend that right knee towards the fingertips, lock your left leg, point your left toes, lift your left leg up. Option to stay here or straighten the right leg. Bring the right knee back down, change, left foot down. Third part, couple options, especially if you have concerns about your neck. Bring your chin in so your mouth is on your mat. And in the second set, if you'd like, open your feet and see if you can lift up higher with the feet apart. Another option is to keep the chin forward and try to bring your feet all the way up over the top of your head, which we can try if you want. So either chin forward or chin in, and go for what works for you today. Have a little bit of fun, play yoga. Change, slowly lower down. Good, full locust, Purna Shalabhasana. Chin forward, arms out to the side like airplane wings, feet mat width distance. So in full Cobra, we used our arms to lift up, and eventually here we're going to go armless and lift up and think about doing the same thing. So we'll start by bringing the arms forward into a Y, as in YMCA shape, and we're going to try and clap up. I'll show you and then we'll try together. So keeping the feet on the floor, lower down, good. So we'll try that, arms at a Y, like yes, let's do it. Lift your chin and chest and clap up. Good, lower down. And eventually, if you'd like, we're essentially going to do the backstroke, grab our knees and try another version of full Cobra. Let's try it, feet on the floor, arms at a Y, squeeze your butt, look up. If you can grab your knees, option to stay here or bend your legs. Eventually head and toes touch. Feet back down, hands together, change, slowly lower down. Good stuff. Okay, last one. Floor bow goes into full bow. Bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside. Option to keep grabbing your feet from the outside or grab your feet from the inside, sort of like standing bow pulling pose. Place your thumb between your big and second toe. Point your toes, squeeze your butt, look up and kick. Ooh, I can feel my lunch. Option to stay here or take it into a shoulder rotation. Bend the elbow out and forward, right elbow out and forward. Drop your head back, eventually head and toes touch, eventually elbows touch. If you are in full floor bow, release your left foot from left hand, bring the left hand down to the floor, look forward, release right foot from right hand, right foot down to the floor, right hand down to the floor, foot to the floor, look forward, change, arms down, look to your right, left ear on your mat, let that one go, breathe. Gently lift your head, look to your left, right ear on your mat, breathe.
Just like we flowed the spine strengthening series, we're also going to flow the first set of the fixed firm series. You might have noticed in the spine strengthening series, we went from lifting the chest in Cobra to lifting the legs in Locust, to lifting chest and legs in full Locust, to connecting hands and feet together in bow. And the same thing in the fixed firm series, you'll notice that we go from feet apart and back bend to knees and feet together, forward fold to knees and feet apart, back bend to knees and feet together, rounded spine. So you'll notice how these postures complement one another. Bring your chin forward, put your hands on the floor, push up, come to the middle of your mat. First set, fixed firm. You can bring your knees, feet together. One option is to have the knees together, but for many people, it helps to open the knees. Everybody open your feet and start to sink your hips down. You can keep your hands on the floor in front of you, beside you, or behind you the whole time. If you can sit between your heels and you're not in pain, put your hands on your feet, right elbow down, left elbow down, head back, head to floor, tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head, grab your elbows each other and hold. You want a gentle stretch, never a point of pain. Put your hands on your feet, change, press yourself up, head up last, like you're doing the limbo. Now bring your knees and feet together for half tortoise Ardha Karmasana. Arms up, palms together, cross your thumbs, chin away from your chest, stretch up and go down. Forehead to floor, little baby fingers to floor. We just did a whole bunch of back bends. This is a really great way to stretch out your spine. Reach your arms forward, sink your hips back and down, stretching from the lower back, middle back, upper back through the shoulders and neck. Slide the pinky fingers forward, sink your hips back, stretch, stretch, stretch. Change, come on up. Good, keep your hands lifted, lift your hips, open your knees 6 inches between knees and feet. Put your hands on your lower back, Camel Uttanasana. Press, I don't know why I said it that way. Press your hips forward, squeeze your butt, keep your eyes open, lift your nose and chin. And if it feels good, let your head drop back. Option to stay here or go back halfway, freeze in the middle. Option to stay here or right hand down, grab your right heel, left hand down, grab your left heel, thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your heels. Push stomach, thighs, hips forward, lift your chest up, relax your head back. Place your hands on your back, change, press yourself up. Rabbit Sasangasana, bring your knees, feet back together, hips on your heels, slide your hands down, grab your heels, stretch up, chin to chest, go down, round your spine like an adorable bunny rabbit, forehead to knees, top of head to floor, pull on your heels, don't lose the grip, lift your hips up. If there's a gap between your knees and head, you can walk your knees up one by one, but head stays in place. Squeeze your heels together, press your hips forward, lock your arms, lift your shoulders, round your spine. Good, bring your hips back down, change, slowly uncurl, head up last. Good, turn around, Savasana, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. So I talked about the longest nerve in our body, right, is the sciatic nerve that goes from the lower back to the foot. But there are smaller nerves that are still like connected to one another. So I'll give you not a fun example, but an interesting one. Another yoga teacher I know was like rushing to teach class and she like slammed her hand in between into a door basically. And, you know, which was of course a moment to remember mindfulness always. And she had to go to the doctor and she will be fine, but it was really painful, obviously. But one of the things she talked about that was super interesting is even though she slammed her hand, she's getting like phantom foot pain because it turns out, right, there's nerves in your hands that are connected to nerves in your feet. Sometimes particularly in deep back bending postures or just when we're moving our body in new or new-ish ways, other parts of our body will feel that. So for example, sometimes you do a deep back bend and our hamstring cramps up. Doesn't mean you did anything wrong. It just means like the nerves in the spine are starting to wake up. And sometimes that comes out in different parts of the body. So keep in mind, right, like if you feel pain in your foot, it might be your foot, but it could also be something in your hand. Legs together, arms over your head, chin to chest, sit up. Enjoy the sit up. Take an extra moment to linger here, rounding the spine. Great, okay, second set, same, but different. Knees, feet together, open your feet, sit down between your heels. You can always open the knees as well. If you can sit between your heels and you're not in pain, palms to soles, maybe both elbows back, head back, head to floor, chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor, arms overhead, other elbow on top. For those of you with healthy knees, you go into this posture like every time, right? Maybe you want a little bit more of a quadricep muscle stretch, only if like this posture is kind of like a maintenance posture. You're going to keep your knees on the floor, but you're going to start to lift your hips. So squeeze your butt, keep your knees down and lift your hips up and slowly lower down. If that felt like a little too much, stay here. Otherwise, squeeze your glutes, lift your hips up again. Try to get your butt off the floor, knees down, slowly lower down. Last time, engage your glutes, lift your hips and pelvis and slowly lower down. Good. Put your hands on your feet, elbows to floor, press yourself up, head up last. Knees, feet together, hips on your heels. Second set, we're going to keep the feet together and open the knees for a wide-legged child's pose. Rather than arms overhead, place your hands on the floor and walk your hands forward. So rather than palms together, palms face the floor. Forehead down towards the floor, reach your arms forward, sink your hips down, re-energize, reorganize, revitalize, stretch. Bring your chin forward, walk your hands back in. Good, lift yourself up. Keep your knees apart and your feet together. Lift your hips up the same way that we have like full cobra, full bow. We also have a full camel pose, which I will show you, or I will show you some fun tricks to get into it. So we're going to start by bringing our hands together at heart center. I'm actually going to roll up my mat a little bit today for extra padding on my knees. Hands at heart center, you're going to look up towards the ceiling and try to high five the ceiling. So right hand, left hand, both hands, raise the roof like it's 1995. Great, bring your hands back together from here if you'd like. You're going to drop your head all the way back and try to play patty cakes with the wall behind you. So once your arm is up towards the ceiling, bring it back. So you're pointing your fingers down to the floor. It's more of a shoulder opener. Right hand, pull it back. Left hand, pull it back. Both hands. So patty cake, baker's man, right? You can keep doing this, or when you're ready, go all the way back. Hands to floor. Full camel, bend elbows, one day head to toes. Maybe start by grabbing your toes or eventually your heels. One day you can even grab your knees with your hands. If you are in full camel, you're going to put your hands back on the floor, straighten your arms. If you are in regular camel, hands to your back, push yourself up. If you're in full camel, squeeze your butt, press your hands back together in prayer, change. Okay, stretch up. Knees, feet together, sit down, arms down. Option to do rabbit pose, or you can join me on your back for some fun shoulder stand inversions. If you want to try shoulder stand stuff with me, one, make sure that there's some space behind you because you're going to bring your feet over your head. And two, once you're in the posture, if you ever want to look at what I'm doing, come out first, because once you're putting the weight on your neck and shoulders, you do not want to be like twisting your head to the side. So you're always welcome to watch and then join in. Okay, let's do it. Bring your hands underneath you, palms facing down, feet on the floor for a moment. Feel your shoulders and palms press down, head on the floor. Lift your feet so your legs are straight, feet stretching to the ceiling, and you're just going to start to rock back and forth. So try to lift your hips up off the floor. Getting a little bit of momentum here. And when you've got a good one, just keep going. Wee, press your shoulders down, and eventually your feet touch behind your head. This is what's called Plow Pose. If you are in Plow Pose and your feet are touching the floor, you can take it into ear pressure pose. Bend your knees so that one day your knees might put pressure on your ears. That's why it's called ear pressure pose. And if your feet are still on the floor, you can even grab your heels and pull down. And now it's an awful lot like rabbit pose, but you're on your neck and shoulders rather than your shins. If you are in ear pressure pose, place your hands back down on the floor, straighten your legs. We're going to go into shoulder stand. Bend your arms so that your hands are on your lower back, elbows and upper arms on the floor. Bring your knees, feet together, point your toes, and start to lift your hips and your feet up. So press the hips forward, keep your chin to your chest, toes towards the ceiling, press the hips forward, lock your legs. This is shoulder stand. If you're in shoulder stand, we're going to bring the feet back overhead, back into our plow. Straighten your arms, palms face down.
core strengthener, I want you to try to roll out one vertebrae at a time. So actively pressing the shoulders down, keep your chin to your chest, head on the floor, arm strengthener. Once your hips are on the floor, can you keep your legs straight and slowly lower the feet down? My feet always end up touching my couch. This is a small space, but eventually feet touch the floor. If you did shoulder stand and all that action, I recommend a counter stretch called fish pose. Bring your hands back underneath you, palms face down, bend your elbows, lift your chest, drop your head back. You can make a funny fish face if you want. Okay, just doing a counter stretch with our throat. Then lift your head slightly, tuck your chin to your chest, remove your arms, turn around, Savasana, good for you. Take a breath. Let's keep going. Legs together, arms over your head, chin to chest, sit up. Good, turn, come to the middle of your mat. Head to knee, stretching, spine twist. First set normal, right leg out, left leg in, two legs make an L, a 90-degree angle, no wider. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, turn to your right, tuck your chin to your chest, put your forehead on your knee. You are welcome to bend your right leg to bring your knee and head together. This is our third and final Janushirasana, head to knee compression posture. Compression to the abdominal wall as you round and stretch your spine. Change, arms up, left leg out, right leg in, two legs make an L, big stretch up. Turn to your left, tuck your chin to your chest, put your forehead on your knee. Flex your toes back, bend your elbows down, suck your stomach in, right elbow down, right shoulder down, two shoulders in line. Change, arms up, both legs out in front of you. If you're skipping, sit up, stay here. Otherwise, lay down and sit up. Paschimottanasana stretching, bend your knees, hook onto your big toes with peace sign fingers, thumbs on top. Scoot your butt back, right, left, 10 to 15 times. This always makes me giggle. Knees can stay bent if it helps you keep a flat back. Otherwise, straighten your legs, maybe even lock your legs, stick your butt out, puff up your chest and fold. Stomach to thighs, pull, chest to knee stretch, one day toes and head touch. Change, stay seated for spine twist. Bend your left leg on the floor, touch your right heel to left knee, right hand close behind you, left arm up and overhead, grab your left knee with your left hand, point your left toes. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look over right shoulder twist. You can keep your right hand behind you or reach behind you. Try to catch your left thigh with your right hand. Drop the shoulders, lift the chest. Feel each and every vertebrae twisting like beads in a necklace. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look back, twist, twist, twist. Good, change, unwind, swap out your legs, bend your right leg on the floor, touch left heel to right knee, left arm behind you, right arm up, bend over, grab right knee with right hand, drop the right knee, keep your left foot down. Inhale, stretch up, exhale, look back, twist. You can keep your left hand behind you or reach behind you, grab your right thigh with your left hand for a half bind, push your right elbow into your left knee like triangle pose, turn and twist. Inhale, stretch up, exhale, look back, twist, 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 twist. Good, change, unwind. Turn around, Savasana, breathe. Second set, same, but different. Legs together, arms over your head, chin to chest, sit up. Good. Turn, come to the middle of your mat. Second set, head to knee. We'll take another variation of head to knee. Can bring your right leg out more so your legs are wider, your hips are opening up. From here, take your right hand inside of your right thigh and reach your left arm long overhead. So now it's a side body stretch rather than an abdominal wall compression pose. Option to stay here or take right forearm down to right thigh. Option to stay here or keep coming down and eventually flex your toes back, catch your right foot with one or both hands, roll the left rib cage back, open your chest like a flower petal blooming. Change, come on up, kick your left leg out, right leg in, take your left hand inside of left thigh, reach your right arm long overhead, drop the shoulder, lift the chest, try to keep right butt cheek, right knee down. Option to stay here or come down a little bit more, or keep coming down and eventually flex your toes back, catch your foot with one or both hands, breathe. Breathing into right side body, breathing into right lung. Good, slowly come up, keep your left leg out, kick your right leg out. The more you open the legs, the more inner thigh strength you will engage. Point your toes, flex your toes, keep your toes flexed back, stick your butt out a little bit, put your hands on the floor, walk your hands forward. Rather than rounding your spine, arch your spine, roll your shoulders back and down, maybe even elbows to floor, or eventually like a little gluten-free pancake, fold all the way forward. When you're ready, walk your hands back in, bring your feet together.
Stay seated. Spine twist. We have a few options. Number one is half lotus. Keep your left leg straight. Cross your right foot on top of your left foot. Option two is lotus pose. Cross your left foot on top of your right foot. And your lotus can be a little bit more loose than mine, right? Could look like this. Option three, if lotus is not your jam today, sit crisscross applesauce. Okay. Take your right hand behind you, left arm up. Take left hand to right knee. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look back, twist. Option to stay here or reach your right hand behind you. Catch your right big toe with your right hand for a half bind, just like we did in our tree pose. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look back, twist. Good, change, unwind. If you're in lotus pose, stay here. In pretty much every lineage of yoga, the right foot is on bottom in lotus pose. If you are in half lotus, cross the other foot on top. And if you are sitting crisscross applesauce, other foot on top. Okay, take your left hand behind you, right arm up, right hand to left knee, inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look back, twist. You can keep your left hand behind you or reach behind you, catch your left big toe with your left hand for a bind. Evenly distribute your body weight on both sit bones. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, look back, twist. Good, change, unwind. And if you are in lotus pose, try down lotus, take your right arm out to the right, palm faces the wall behind you, catch your right big toe, left arm out to the left, reach behind you, catch your left big toe. This is down lotus. This is where both our standing half lotus, aka Bikram's version of tree pose, and our final spinal twist all lead up to. Good, unwind, change, turn around, Savasana, good for you. So it's interesting, right? There's so many different lineages or schools of yoga, and you know, a rose by any other name would smell as sweet, but like what we call tree pose or what we call triangle pose, or half moon pose, other styles of yoga might make a different shape. But then there's some things that are just kind of like universal, like which foot is on top in lotus pose, which I always think is interesting. Legs together, arms over your head, chin to chest, sit up. Good. So there's a lot of different words for different shapes, right? The asanas, the postures, but different styles of yoga also maybe describe the breathing exercises, the pranayamas differently. So in Bikram's version of yoga, in Kapalabhati breathing, we exhale through the mouth as we snap the belly in. But in pretty much every other lineage of yoga, you exhale through the nose. So first set, we'll do it like Bikram style. Second set, we'll try maybe a more traditional version of Kapalabhati breathing. Lick your lips, swallow a couple times. Concentrate, meditate, don't forget to have fun. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, sit up tall. Second set, if you'd like, you're going to inhale through your nose and then rapidly exhale through your nose. I can feel it a little bit more in my lungs when I do it, which is interesting. Lick your lips, swallow a couple times, lubricate your throat. Inhale through your nose and begin, exhale. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good for you. Honor yourself. Give yourself a hug. High five. Pat on the back. Turn around. Final Savasana. Jamie's dog is like, it is time for dinner. Close your eyes. Open your arms and legs. Take up as much or as little space as you'd like. And take a deep, life-giving breath. Inhale through your nose. And exhale through your nose. So as like a yoga teacher of European descent, I pretty much never say namaste at the end of class, but today I will share, if for those not familiar, there's kind of like a poem or a phrase or a mantra that goes along with namaste. And a big part of that is this idea of like, the light in me recognizes the light in you and recognizes that it's the same light, right? Which does again go into this idea of like our samadhi, our bliss is like inextricably linked to one another, right? So the yogi in me, the light in me, the dark in me, right? All of me recognizes that light, that dark, that yogic spirit in you, and recognizes that it is the same, right? And that we are all intrinsically bound to one another. Yes, yoga is about self-realization. Yes, we're playing yoga, having fun, moving our body, but it's also like truly about community care and caring for one another. So thank you for coming today to take care of yourself so that you can take better care of your loved ones, your fur babies, right? All the people in your life, and maybe even strangers on the street. Breathing in, breathing out, and all is coming.